Okay,
Gotcha, bitch.
Twitter? Sorry, twatter. Did they even have a twatter? Oi, you twat. I'm a Twitter your twatter. What? I'm a twatter your Twitter. The many quotes of Game Busters J. Ho! Ho! Grenades, okay. Is that a hammer? What the hell? I got juggled by bombs. I gotta speed up. I don't have my soundboard on. Oh. Oh. Tifa! Just do it. What? No, he teleported. No, why did you teleport? No. Oh, no. No, I don't die. I thought I was dying before. Oh my god. Bro. Oh my shit. Hello. Hello. I look absolutely shite. But impromptu stream. I'm just currently having a Yu-Gi-Oh! Forbidden Memories phase at the moment, where I was just like, I guess I could stream it. I did last time. This isn't really anything like what I did before, where I was just kind of like, hey, let me just talk about. Well, we didn't talk about it very long, but let's just talk about how things are going on, because I've already done that. No, this is just chill, talk about anything really, while I play some Forbidden Memories for a bit. Don't know how long I'll play, but let's move over. Don't know, but I'm just I don't know, man. I'm just in a Forbidden Memories mood. I've also changed some settings for the stream, which probably won't make much of a difference. I think when I play a better quality game, shall we say? Well, not better quality, that's the wrong word, but like a more modern game, like a PlayStation 4 or PS5 or whatever. I really want to test my PC for some potential PC gaming in the future, because Final Fantasy VII Rebirth came out, and I was looking at it, and I think I can run it, but I don't know if I could run it and stream it. Definitely not sure if I could run it and stream it on high. Like, I reckon I could run it because my PC's pretty good now. But I'm even looking at that, and I'm thinking, if I really wanted to like play it on like proper high end, then I probably still need to upgrade. Like, maybe I think my processor is okay, but I may need a even higher end graphics card potentially. I don't know. I really don't know. I mean, put it this way, I don't think I'm quite 4K. I'm 1080p 60, but I'm not quite 4K, so I don't think I'd be able to. Stuff I need to look into. So potentially, after I finally got this new PC, I might have to save up potentially to upgrade. Because I've always said this, but if I were to get a powerful PC, I want it to be the better it can be, because I figured that's kind of the point, right? At least when you're doing gaming, like, you want it to run, and you want it to look and run as best as it can, right? But I also need it to look and run as best as it can while streaming, because what I see on my screen will most likely not be exactly the same as when I stream it. Like, you won't see the exact quality that I'm going through, but I know there are ways where you can kind of make it look as good as it can. Like, I watch a lot of Maximilian lately, and like he's very meticulous about his streams, right? Like he's got like, I don't know if he's got the best rigs, but his rigs are, you know, they're so good that I always hear people come in and they say, how do you get your streams to look so good, right? So he's got the money, right? He's got the PC, right? He's got the capture cards, he's got the webcams, you know what I mean? He's got everything he needs to really have like the 4K experience. And I'm just out here being like, yo, I can finally do 1080p because I'm poor as fuck. But yeah, we'll see. But I mean, when I played Evercrossers, it was nice and smooth, but that was Evercrossers, right? I think it was nice and smooth anyway. I didn't think I had any problems. So, we'll see. I don't know if I'm necessarily going to get FF7 Rebirth because I have it on PS5. And although I'm not like the biggest graphic, like I'm not like someone who's like, oh my god, look at this pop-in per se. But there were some things that you do notice, even for me, about the quality of the game at times. Like, I think the worst for it for me is probably the lighting. I think the lighting is pretty bad in Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. I think someone said it might be like the engine, the Unreal Engine being used. Apparently the PC does do a better job with the engine, or almost fixes it. I don't know. I am definitely getting intrigued about the PC side of things, right? Now that I actually have a decent rig. Definitely something I would like to experiment with. Like maybe just to kind of... Okay. Maybe just to kind of push and see where... Like how far my PC can go currently, and then upgrade accordingly when I can, you know? Because, you know, one of the things I kept saying before is that I would like to play some Bayonetta, and funnily enough, apparently it's Bayonetta's 15th anniversary, I think, this year. And Platinum are claiming that they want to celebrate it, and I'm like, I'm not sure what that means. Because I don't think that means we're getting a new game, because technically, as far as I know, the Bayonetta team are technically not even working for Platinum anymore. So I don't know who would do a Bayonetta game now. But then, there was actually kind of a big announcement-ish. I don't know if we've got any Ninja Gaiden fans, but they announced a new Ninja Gaiden, as well as remaking the second game. I've never played Ninja Gaiden. That's another one on my kind of like gaming bucket list that I would like to try. I saw that new one, that 2D one that's going to come out. I want to try that. That looks really good. I definitely would like to try Ninja Gaiden at some point. Maybe I'll try this remake, but it's like, I don't know. I've already spent a lot of money throughout last year and already at the beginning of this year, and I'm actually trying to spend less, and I'm doing a very bad job at the moment. Luckily, I'm pretty good with my money financially, so I can save and put money away, but still, I would honestly like to spend less and save more. You know, it's because I'm good with my money that I'm eventually able to get games and stuff, right? I don't usually... Very rarely do I buy a game on release. Very rarely. I did last year. I haven't done it in a long time, but I did for like 3 games. It was just Astro Bot, Zelda, and Rebirth. I think those are the 3 games. I usually don't, but these were games I generally wanted to get, and I could afford it, so I was like, screw it. Fuck it. Fuck it. So, there you go. I did. But I very rarely do. And at this point, I'm definitely looking to want to buy older games, trying to get deals. Problem is, dude, I see like PlayStation 2 games that are still being sold for like 10 quid, and I think that's just too expensive. You know, regardless of whether the console might be like a rare gem, I'm sitting and I'm like, especially when I see like a PS1 game for like 10 quid, I'm like, You think that's a deal, but I don't really think it is. If it was like £2, I might even be willing to pay 5, but 10 for a PS1 game? Well, sometimes I see it, and this is not even like brand new. This is used. I'm like, and I saw like one with in like a better condition, and that was I was 20, and I was like, you know, like, listen, regardless, I don't know about this, you know. I wish I was like Footloose and I could just go into a charity shop and just find games. My charity shop does not have shit. They most of the time they're just like sports games. That's what they have. Shit, basically. Just shit. So we're back again with randomizer, because that's just how I like to play now. I don't always play the randomizer, but the 15 card mod on top of the randomizer, it's fun. It is fun for me anyway. I would like to play more of Forbidden Memories too, but I just think that game is just too hard. And this game is as hard. This game is hard anyway, right? But Forbidden Memories 2, I think they just overdid it, in my opinion. I had a bit of a debate as well. Like, I made a comment on, I think, one of the peeps who worked on the game. I was just saying, like, I think it's too hard, and I think the grind is, like, even for this, like, I know the game is very grindy, but even for this game, like, you've increased it even more, and it's like, this isn't good. And he was, like, trying to, like, justify it or say like, oh, you know, and I was like, nah, man. I'm like, I think it's a problem that they think it's actually okay or acceptable that they made it worse, and I'm like, but they don't see it as worse. They see it as like, you know, this was a while back. I was just like, okay, I don't know if I want to play this anymore, you know. And I wasn't necessarily being rude or calling anybody out, but I was just giving my thoughts. I was trying to give them kind of like constructive criticism, but they weren't having it. And I was like, well, I mean, look, I'm not trying to be mean to your mod, but I'm just saying. I mean, at the end of the day, it's free, so I guess I can't complain, right? Because it's free, but yeah, I don't know. I'm just like, man, it's one thing to completely have to relearn how that game works, because it is a different experience, which, don't get me wrong, I think it's very impressive that it's a different experience. I like that it's a different experience. But yeah, like, if you think grinding in this game is bad, and if I remember correctly, I think Yu-Gi-Oh! Forbidden Memories 2 is just one card, I think, which is just horrendous. I think it's just one card anyway. You know what? I was gonna say I haven't tried doing the 15 to see if I could actually put it in the randomizer or whatever, but you can't, because the way that Forbidden Memories 2 works is that it's like the game is like it's like built into it to an emulator, like an EPSXE kind of emulator. It's weird. It's like you download the emulator, but the emulator is the game itself. So like there's no like ISO file or bin file or whatever, or Q file. It's just you download the emulator, which the game is built into the emulator. I don't know why they did it that way. Again, maybe it literally because like they didn't want their mod modded, which is kind of ironic, but they didn't want people messing around with their mod file or something. I don't know, but it's built into this separate emulator that you have to download. So I have to run the emulator, which is literally just made with that game. So yeah, it's kind of weird, but yeah, I don't know. I haven't touched it in a while. It intrigues me, and I do think like it is very impressive what they've done. But man, that if you think the grinding is bad in the original, I just think it's even worse. Oh yeah, that's right. They were saying, well, you can only play this mod on an emulator, so just fast forward the grinding. They mean do this basically. And I'm like, that's not really. And the thing is, it's kind of hard to play that way because you don't. When you're like trying to make moves, you can easily misplay and stuff because you're not supposed to be speeding the game up that fast. I just think it was a very poor thing to be like, oh, you know, just speed up using the emulator, and I'm like, that's not really a solution to your problem, dude. But I was like, wow, okay, that's very insightful. But yeah, I got really distracted. Going back to Ninja Gaiden, as I was saying earlier, so they announced a new Ninja Gaiden, Team Ninja, but then they said, hey, so we're working with Platinum Games, and I was like, oh, and I'm like, who? And I was like, who's actually left in Platinum Games? Because I heard a bunch of people who like worked on games like Nier and like Bayonetta are like gone, or they've like, some of them have like moved on to Capcom, some of them have moved on to other places, some have even gone to, I want to say, Square Enix. Like, so I was like, who's actually left? Because obviously we know about Hideki Kamiya, and he's gone back to Capcom, which is wild. So my initial thought was, no Bayonetta then, right? Because can we have him without Bayonetta? I mean, I guess you could, but it's like, you know, it's like someone would say, can you have Final Fantasy without Nomura? I mean, maybe you can. You probably could, but you know what I mean? I don't know. So anyway, so yeah, so like Platinum Games, like, yeah, we're working with Team Ninja to make this new Ninja Gaiden. I'm like, that's neat. But also, now I'm just really curious, you know, because even though it's Bayonetta's 15th anniversary this year, I can't see them, because I'm trying to think, the last game was that like sort of 2-player co-op game, right? Which you can play as one player, but I think it's incredibly hard. I think that game is hard playing by yourself. You can, and I mean, I don't know, maybe it is supposed to be, but you can absolutely co-op that game, and I feel like it would be so much easier if you had someone who could just control the demon while you control Bayo, or vice versa. Because that's basically what that game's all about. It's kind of it's actually an action puzzle game, which isn't really Bayonetta. Bayonetta doesn't really have puzzles, not really. You might have some traversal type stuff maybe, but not really. Does this do anything? I forget. It does not. But anyway, I was thinking, hey, I mean, it's the 15th anniversary, maybe I should play Bayonetta, but I only have it on Wii U, and I don't want to play it on that. And I was thinking of getting it for Switch, and I'm like, but is that much better? Switch 2 is coming, right? But now I'm thinking, maybe I should just get Bayo 1 on Steam, right? Because, I mean, that's one thing about PC gaming, you can mod. I might be able to make the game look crispier, and we might be able to have some fun mods, not risque mods. Not on stream, anyway. Well, I mean, look, it's Bayonetta, but, you know, look, all I'm saying is I'm not exactly going to be having nude mods on stream, that's what I'm trying to say, but, you know, it can be risque somewhat, because Bayonetta kind of is risque in general anyway, but that's kind of her whole trope. But yeah, I don't know, but I definitely want to show some love to my favorite witch. don't know what they're gonna do for their celebration. You know, even if it is a celebration of some sort of series, doesn't always mean that they're gonna release a new game. I mean, who knows, right? It could just be like maybe another remaster or something. What I would, you know, what I would like, which I don't think they can, because I assume they're still teaming up with Nintendo. I don't really know 100%. But it's thanks to Nintendo that we have Bayonetta 2 and 3, regardless of what people think about Bayonetta 3. A lot. I think people who have played Bayonetta 2 really like Bayonetta 2, but I feel like most people don't like Bayonetta 3. I'd have to go back and play that again, but I liked it. I think it was a somewhat different experience compared to 1 and 2, but I actually I think I preferred that it was like not completely different, but you know, they were changing things up a bit. And I suppose, like with anything, if you change something up in a series, some people will receive it well, some people won't, right? It's like the whole like turn-based fans who play Final Fantasy got pissed off when they stopped doing turn-based, you know. And it's like there are other turn-based RPGs, but I want it to be Final Fantasy. Dragon Quest is right there. There are other games. I heard that Persona game is turn-based. There's actually a new turn-based RPG that's coming out that seems to be Xbox exclusive. You've got me interested, but if it's not coming to PC, I'm not gonna be able to play it anyway because I don't have an Xbox and I'm not going to get an Xbox. So, yeah. I think the only way you could get me to buy an Xbox is if somehow there was like the most godlike Sonic game and it was only on Xbox for whatever reason. And then I'd be like, fuck. I don't know if I'd be able to wait. Or if they put like maybe Final Fantasy VII Remake only on Xbox or something, and I'd be like, fuck me, why would they do this? Fuck's sake. You know, it would have to be like just the perfect game, like, and I feel like it's catered to me. Like, oh my god, they made this game for me so they can force me to get an Xbox. And they made it Xbox exclusive. I'd be like, oh, for fuck's sake. Anything good? Not really. Ugh. Ugh. That was bad. Alright. Not a very good start. I won. I did win. I won. Yeah, not very good start. Also, I just want to make sure, right? Because I'm paranoid. One sec. After I made that one mistake with chat, I just want to make sure that... Yeah. Okay. No, I think we're good. I just want to make sure that, you know, I got chat up correctly. Yeah, I don't think we're gonna get very far with this randomizer seed. Yeah, this is an abysmal deck. This is, holy shit. Is there not at least something I could put you in? I guess you're better than nothing. You're better than nothing. Petite Dragon is something. Get rid of you. Put you in. Yeah, it's rough, man. Not great. Not great. Oh boy. So yeah, that's something I've definitely been wanting to do. I've wanted to stream Bayonetta for like the longest time. I just wish Bayonetta 2 wasn't locked to the Switch. That's something that would be cool if they were like, hey, it's finally not locked to the Switch anymore, and it's like coming to like PS5 or something, PS5, Xbox, Steam, and like it's like a remastered version or something, like an upscaled version, maybe an upscaled version of both games, maybe 1 and 2. I don't know if they'd release 3. I don't know, but I assume they're still with like Nintendo exclusively as like the publishers along with Sega, so I don't know, you know. In before it's just a Bayonetta TV show, which technically there already was one, but I believe it was an anime. I think it was a Japanese exclusive anime. I never watched it, but I've seen like sort of like screenshots of it and stuff. But plus, then there's the whole like issue with the voice actor. I know she got replaced, and maybe I forget who the voice actor is now, and maybe she needs to get into the role, or maybe she needs to just do a completely different voice. But when I played Bayonetta 3, I could tell it wasn't the same voice actor, because it, well, to put it bluntly, it sounded like it was another woman impersonating the previous voice actor. And I mean, am I wrong? I mean, you could tell it was like they were trying to sound like how she usually sounds, and I think she did a pretty decent job, but I could still tell it wasn't her. It wasn't exactly the same. You know what I mean? But it wasn't a bad impression, right? It wasn't bad, but I almost wonder if it might be better just to have a different voice direction or something that might just seem better and just separate it from actual Bear. I don't know, but maybe she needs to just get into the role. But I think it's tricky, especially like if someone's voiced actor character quite a few times and then suddenly for whatever reason you need to get a different voice, and a lot of people like that voice, so to them it's like it would be weird to hear a completely different voice. It would be like Kevin Conroy Batman, and although they do it, don't get me wrong, they do it because at the end of the day, it's like they'd never like do new series and stuff, you know, if everything was locked behind like a specific voice actor role or whatever, where it's like it has to be this person until the day that they die, like in Japan. But then what do you do when they die? Do you just end the series? You know, they always say like, can you have Dragon Ball without Masako Nozawa? And she's in her 80s and she's still performing right now. Crazy. That woman's got skills. God, she is talented voice actor. Like, holy shit. She's still working into her 80s doing, you know, and it's like, would they just end it? I mean, there was a big sort of conversation about how when Toriyama suddenly passed, because it was kind of sudden from an outside perspective. A lot of people, well, most people I don't think knew that he was actually not very well, right? Didn't know that. So then when it came out that, yeah, he wasn't very well, and he died of a tumor. He died of something, some sort of, he was ill and he died of it or something. I can't remember. And a lot of people are like, can we really continue Dragon Ball without Toriyama, the creator? You know? Can we? And it's like, I guess you can, but it's like, but it's also, should you? That's another question. Should you? And then you get Dragon Ball Daima, and most fans in the West are complaining. They don't like it, right? And it's like, but it's Toriyama's last work. And they're like, yeah, but we don't like it. Sorry, Toriyama. It's like, And I get it, right? A lot of people are worried that Dragon Ball Daima is just GT again, and nobody liked GT. Well, most people didn't like GT. Some people do, but I don't know. It's tricky, right? Tricky situation to be in. Can I please get rid of some more trash, like Majin Gun and Karibo and Fungi or whatever. Put Lammerfall in. That's not bad. Yeah, Summon Skull's obviously the best pull I've got so far. I think my biggest fear with Bayo is not even so much the voice acting. It's her... I'm going to take a shot in the dark and assume that in the off chance that someone's watching this that they really don't give a shit about Bayonetta spoilers, really, but her future / alternate timeline daughter makes it seem like they were trying to set her up as the next Bayo, and I'll be honest, I'm not convinced. And also, I'm gonna be honest, she's just not Bayo, right? And I feel like she should just be her own thing while we still have actual Bayo. You know? She looks nothing like her mom. She looks more like her dad. You know, she even has her dad's like grapple thing that he has. Like, it's like, and it's like, well, I don't hate her, I don't hate her, but I feel like there isn't enough development of her in 3 for me to warm up to her enough to be like, yeah, so she might be the successor to Bayo, and it's like, we're just not gonna get any Bayo anymore. Like, she's gonna be out of the picture. I hope not. To me, it would be like, I don't know, a Sonic game without Sonic, or a Kratos game without God of War. Even though, you know, a lot of people are wondering that, will it just be Boy of War from now on, and there won't be a Kratos? Would people care? Would people want to play a Boy of War? It's not Kratos, right? It's not Kratos. Don't know, right? It's hard to say, but I would be really bummed if we just didn't get Bayo anymore, and I don't think so. I think if they're smart, they'll understand how popular Bayonetta, the character, is, not just the game that she's from. That it would be very silly to just be like, yeah, so her daughter's taken over now, and it's like, she's not a mini Bayo. She's kind of doing her own thing. She is absolutely, I think someone was saying, she's kind of like, is it Nero or Virgil, or one of the two from Devil May Cry? Like, she even has a samurai sword. I just think she should be doing her own thing. If you want to maybe do a spin-off game with her or something, we should just get a spin-off game with Jean, honestly. I'd be fine with that. Jean needs some love. Absolutely. That girl needs some... Like, that girl needs to stop getting L's. I feel like Jean exists just to kind of save Bayonetta's ass. And I mean, it's a fine ass, don't get me wrong, but like, what about Jean, you know? What about Jean? I like Jean. I like Jean as well, and like, she deserves, you know, to not get an L. You know what I mean? You know, don't get me wrong. She kind of reminds me of Piccolo a little bit, in the sense that she kind of turns up, saves the day, slash, you know, saves like one of the characters or the hero, and be like, hey, let me back you up. And like, she might come in and have like a cool entrance. You're like, yo, who's this cool girl? Who's this cool lady? And then like, she proceeds to take an L, and it's just like, like, you had all this build up, and then this girl just takes an L, and it's like every frickin' time. Something happens to her every freaking time, you know? I don't know. I mean, I would much rather play a game where Jean is the main character and we're like, I don't know, having to save Bayo or something, or Bayonetta's doing something else or something different, or she's just out of the picture for now and Jean's doing her own thing. I don't know. Maybe she's going around being her superhero identity. I personally like the fact that she is a teacher by day, a superhero by night. she's literally that, and it's great. I love it. I love it. I don't know if I like her superhero name. It's a little cheesy, but I mean, it doesn't even scream superhero. It just kind of screams, I'm a fine woman, I guess. I think it's called QDJ or something. It's like, that's not a superhero name, Jean, but okay. Okay. I mean, I'm not saying you're not cute, but at the same time, it's like, it's not really a superhero name. Why don't you call yourself, I don't know, I was to say the Umbrian Queen, or the Scarlet Witch. Oh no, wait, that's already been taken. Fuck. Dude, that would work though. Right? Scarlet as in like very sort of red, right? Because Jean tends to wear red, right? And she's a witch, so being called the Scarlet Witch would work, but that's also been technically taken, but I'm just saying. the Umbrian Scarlet. I don't know. But anyway, yeah, I would personally much rather play a game featuring, like, when you're playing as Jean as the main character than Bayonetta's daughter. I'll be honest. Well, also because Jean's gameplay doesn't really change much, really, from Bayo's. For all intents and purposes, it's almost nigh on identical, so... So you wouldn't even be changing the gameplay, really. You'd just be playing as somebody else, but... You know. I'm getting dragons, which is good. I guess I need funders now. What do I want to get rid of here? Okay. Not the greatest, but we'll keep going. Let's do this. There we go. Trying to think. Is there anything else I majorly wanted to talk about? I guess nothing majorly, I guess. Nothing's really happened. Nothing really happened in my life or anything since the last time I streamed, which was about a week ago, to be fair. Nothing to report, nothing to really say in that sort of sense, I suppose. I'm just hoping that 2025 will be a better year for me and my family. Whatever that looks like, I really don't know. But, you know, I just hope things are gonna... I hope some luck gets thrown our way or something, and you know... I really do. There are things I definitely want to do this year, and well, there are things I always want to do, and they just get carried over because I haven't done them. You know, and I definitely do want to try and get that creative spark back because I think I'm missing it. I'm really trying to get this video done, but I'm having a hard time, man. The inspiration is sort of there, but the drive is kind of low, and it's like, it's bumming me out, man. I'm losing it, and I don't know how to get it back at the moment. You know, it really sucks. Really sucks. Like, someone might say maybe I'm burnt out, but I don't even think it's that, because I've been burnt out before. So I know what that feels like, and this doesn't really feel like I'm burnt out. It just kind of feels like I'm down. Like I'm down, you know what I mean? Like I'm just down, you know? Like maybe not depressed, but just, you know, just low mood, and I think that might just be affecting things, and I just can't seem to get no motivation, you know? No true motivation. That really sucks, you know. It really blows. But anyway, I'm gonna go beat an old man with in a children's card game. Watch me, Mom. I'm gonna do it, Mom. What you watch? I'll do it. Beasts are good, but I've got a lot of beasts, and I don't think I need all of these. There's also Flower Wolf, which is just better. Is there anything? Get rid of Bat. Bat. Was there anything else? Anything else? This dragon statue. I need like funders. Shadow Ghoul. There's Metal Dragon. Alright. Nothing crazy yet. Yeah, a reminder, the randomizer unlocks the entire pool, so I could just randomly get a Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon from anyone. And when you use the randomizer, they actually do give you a notepad and spit out all of the drop rates in case you want to look at them, and they tell you like the drop rates of what everybody has, and obviously all the cards and stuff that you know you can win from them. But I like to not look at that. I like to just be like, let's just go in, see how far we get, and just see what we can pull, right? There's no real easy, put it this way, there's no real proper way to like grind this way. You kind of just have to fight opponents and see what you get. Because it is a randomizer. So you're really hoping that you fight Simon Moran and that the 15 cards you get are just, you know, godlike or whatever, you know. You're just kind of hoping. I mean, like, you just need like 2 or 3 really strong beat sticks, right? And then you're probably okay, unless your opponent literally pulls a Blue Eyes Ultimate. Then you might be fucked. But if you have a Blue Eyes Ultimate of your own, you're okay. You know? Also, YouTube's weird. So on Twitch, right, when you have to select the game to let people know, like, you know, this is the game you're playing, obviously it comes up Yu-Gi-Oh! Forbidden Memories, but on YouTube it's called like True Duel Monsters Sealed Memories. There's no just like straight up Forbidden Memories. And I learned that apparently, I don't know, maybe it's a Japanese thing or something, but apparently there's a term for Yu-Gi-Oh! Forbidden Memories and Duels of the Roses, and it's just called True Duel Monsters Sealed Memories. So they're basically saying it's like, it's almost like a name of like the collection of them together, although I'm pretty sure there is no actual like collection where you can play both of them, you know, like an actual released collection, and it's called that. So I don't know where that name comes from, but it's funny that YouTube has that, which technically covers Dulces of Roses, even though Dulces of Roses is a fucking choice on YouTube, but not for it's weird. It's flipping weird, dude. It's weird. Very weird. Curse of Dragon. Classic. 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 Oh. Thousand Dragon. I actually don't think I have anything to go over that. I don't think so. I think I have one Thunder. One. That might be my best bet. The fish for a Thunder. Uh-oh. Yeah, speaking of Thunder. That's not what I meant. I meant me. Not them. I meant me. I said I was going to bully an old man, and the game heard me. The game said, you're bullying who now? Who are you bullying? I didn't mean it. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Jiraiya. Oh. Oh dear. Give me a Thunder. Give me an A. Give me a B. Give me a Fun. That's not a Thunder. Your anus? No, your anus. That's unfortunate. Wow. This might be the end of the road. This might be the end of the road. No, because the AI is kinda dumb. I'm in the mood. Let's see if this works. It should do. I'm in the mood for some Summon Skull action. Let's go. I haven't done this in so long. Nice cup of tea. Sit down and drink your goddamn tea, as Sid would say. But yeah, I definitely want to play more old games that I haven't played. Right. I think I mentioned before that Jak and Daxter is still on the list. I don't know whether I'll stream it, but that's just a game I want to try, at least one of them. And some other games as well. Obviously, like let's say Gaiden, some other games and whatnot. I don't have a proper list. I really need to write a list of games that I would like to play and I just haven't yet, so I know. Just don't have another twin-headed and we'll be okay. Never mind. What the hell's this? Guy the Dragon Champion. Well, that's still not good. Damn it. Damn it. This old man. He's bullying me. You know what? I'm gonna do this. Yes. I just hope. Just don't attack me with Dragon Champion. Okay. Okay. Damn, you. Ooh. I know I probably should. Didn't, but I'm going to. Going for it. Do that. Do do this. It also doesn't really matter what rank, really, because I don't know what's what, right? I could literally just get something off of something really low, and I don't really know. So, what's this? Nothing to really do here, so I'll just do this. I know something I have been thinking about doing for a while is getting some more lights for my camera. My biggest issue, really, it's not even money, because I can save up and I can eventually get something. But I mean, obviously having more money would enable me to get things sooner. But my biggest issue is that I'm stuck inside a box. I call my room a box. It's a little box in like the corner of the house, and like the bed takes up most of that spot. And then I've got like a massive wardrobe, which, don't get me wrong, that wardrobe is a very good wardrobe that my dad actually made. It's really good, but it's, you know, it's massive and my room is tiny. So, you know, I have this massive bed, I have this massive wardrobe, I have like two shelves, which has my games and my consoles as well as my TV. And then I've got my little desk here, which you can't see, that has my computer. That's another thing, if I had like a bigger room, I'd probably have like my monitor and my TV or whatever would be like next to each other, like with all my consoles and stuff. So like if I'm PC gaming, you'll see me from this angle, but when I'm console gaming, you'll see me from a different angle, because I have to look in that direction rather than looking straight at like towards here. Like everybody I see, they obviously have like their camera on their webcam on their screen or whatever, probably next to the game monitor or on the game monitor, whether they're playing on console or not. So they can kind of and they probably easily see the chat as well. But for me, I'm doing this all the time, and then I'll look at the chat, and then look at the chat, and then neck ache. It's not ideal, but it's the only way I can stream, at least from console. Otherwise, I would just not. It's either that or I just wouldn't do webcam, like, at all, right? Just wouldn't bother. But it's not ideal, but it also means I have to kind of change my setup a little bit. I have to move my lights about, and it's not great. I just kind of wish that I had a setup that I didn't really have to change much, right? I just turn the lights off, turn them on when I want to use them, recharge them whenever. You know, like this light is there, that light is there. I don't have to move the screen about, move this about, whatever, you know. But my room is just such a box that I don't really have enough space to kind of fit everything together where I want. I just don't. And unfortunately, my best bet is the only way I'm gonna make that happen, because there's really not a bigger room in the house. There's no spare rooms really. The only way I'm gonna be able to have more space is if I literally move out. I move out my parents' house and get an apartment. If I could afford to, I would have done so years ago. So I'm stuck. So I just have to work with what I've got. I thought this was Guy Had a Fierce Night. No. Got a thunder. Not super amazing, but not super terrible either. I guess I could have continued my old file, but I didn't save, I don't think. I like to see how far I can get without grinding. Just play the game, hope that the randomizer, you know, It's kind to me. Also still need a new PC controller. If anyone's got any recommendations for a new PC controller, definitely appreciate that. Yeah. I'm getting tired all of a sudden. Maybe it's what I ain't. I'll tell you one thing that silly idiot thing I did. I overcooked my steak because I wasn't paying attention. I kind of burnt it a bit. Well, if it wasn't for my dad, it was like, so I think your steak is burning. I turned it over. I was like, oh fuck me. And then he started going off saying like, you know, like, why don't you pay attention? I'm like, look, you're not wrong. I know I should pay attention. I know. But you're also not helping by having to go at me. But like, I get it. Like, that's on me. I made a mistake. See, the problem with me, this is why I don't like. Very rarely do I cook for others, and I only will cook for myself, because I will do stupid things. Like, I will get bored waiting for something to cook, and I'll bugger off and do something, forget about my dinner, come back, and then wonder why it's burnt, or wonder why my food is cold or something because the oven's been off for I don't know how, or what. You know what I mean? It doesn't happen often, but every now and again, I like to think I'm usually pretty good. If I want to spend like 10 minutes, if I can afford to like go do something for 10 minutes and come back, I'm usually pretty good at that. But every now and again, I will get distracted. Every now and again, and then that's when the food don't come out very well, and then I've only got myself to blame. Well, there was a thunder, wasn't there? Where's the thunder? Was it not a thunder? Oh no, it's not. It's Lamu, not. I thought it was the other one, La Leon or whatever. Oh damn it. Okay. Well, what do I want to put in then? Wait, I mean, monstrous bird. Is it Brachia or Brachia radius? Nothing great. Like, oh, decent, okay, but I haven't got like my big 3,000 attack hitters. I haven't been that lucky yet. I was last time, sort of. Pegasus, okay. Pegasus Pecuri. Pecura box. Pecuri box. Oh, okay. Harpy's pet dragon. Why are you not Jupiter? It's weird. You are, though. Oh god. Oh, it's over. Okay. I'm not even mad. That's over. Damn. I just got real unlucky. This randomizer round was not good. Yeah, it's over. Go, pop the trick. You can do it. Do I have any more tea? Yeah, no mercy from Joey. No mercy. Damn. Oh well. Yeah, we just got unlucky. That's okay. That's all right. We're going in again for now, until I get bored. Shut up, Jerry. You got lucky. If that's the best you can do, shut up. You don't usually have Gate Guardian. I can tell you that much. You usually don't. You usually don't. So be quiet, you. Be quiet. Why is... That's weird. Here we go. 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 Yeah. Gonna go in and just see what kind of deck I have. Not a good start. Damn it. It took the fire rather than the actual plant side of things. Whatever. You didn't attack me. That's worrying. Why didn't you attack me? How weak... What? Is it like Queen's Bird or something? What is that? You didn't attack me. What? It's got to be something like Queen's Bird or something. God. Is this deck even worse than the last one? Jesus fucking Christ. I might just reset. Right here and now if it's that bad. Although, well, I'll probably just lose, but... What is happening? What is happening? God. This is what I was trying to do. Trap, eh? Damn. Really had an invisible wire, huh? That's unfortunate. Toon alligator. I don't want to waste my Raigeki. God, this... I mean, the Raigeki is good, but everything else is kind of shit, looks like it. Hello, Footloose. Skullburn. God, whatever. This deck is trash. Dog shit. The only saving... I mean, Mountain's okay, but... Like, Jesus. So bad. What was that trap? I finally saw that Dark Magician Girl art. Yeah. Ironically, I didn't even look for it, but ironically, when Alexi told me about it, I went onto Twitter, and I kid you not, I weren't even looking for it. Someone who I follow retweeted the card art, and I was like, oh, that's what it looks like. And yeah, I mean, it is somewhat risque. I mean, it almost feels like, to me, that companies might just be embracing this sort of stuff now, because, I mean, look, I'm just saying, look at Chun-Li, Street Fighter 6. Look at the introduction to Cammy, Street Fighter 6. They knew what they were doing. And now they've just released Mai, right? Now they've just released Mai. And I mean, just look. They're embracing the whole thing. Mai literally calls out the horny guys and says, "Where are you looking? Up here." She literally, that's like her win quote or something in Street Fighter 6. They know what they're doing. Not only that, right? I saw the other day that her character select, I guess, kind of like intro before you select her. It's just her sitting on a chair in a tank top and shorts. And everyone on social media was freaking out. Casual Mai Shiranui in tank top and shorts? And everyone's like, so when do I get to unlock that costume? So yeah, Capcom knows exactly what they are doing. And I'm starting to think that other companies are just kind of being like, look, listen, Rule 34 is a thing. We can't stop it. So we might as well just embrace our lovely ladies and handsome men and say fuck it. Because we know what the fans want. And let's be honest. Whether you hate it or like it, sexuality and all that, like, if a straight man sees, like, anime titties, big anime titties, like, it's probably gonna get their attention. It am I wrong? You know, like, am I wrong? Yeah, like, it is what it is, you know? As, I think it was Nomura, as Nomura's friend said to him when he was a kid, I don't want to play as any ugly ass male character because I'm ugly, and I don't want to be reminded that I'm ugly. That's such a weird thing, such a weird thing to say to me, but for those of you who don't know, Nomura, there was an interview with Nomura regarding the characters of Final Fantasy and like Final Fantasy 7, and they were like talking about how like a lot of people like the look of like Cloud Strife and Sephiroth, and like they were asking Nomura, you know, like sort of like, hey, like what made you come up with these designs, and like they basically talked about like beauty and characters looking male characters looking handsome. Well, I say handsome, but you know what I mean. It's a certain appeal, right? It's a certain appeal. Like, I'm a straight guy, so I'm indifferent to the male characters. But if you put Tifa in front of me, I'm gonna be like, God damn. And I know some people feel the same way with Aerith. And you know, and Scarlet and other Final Fantasy characters. Lulu from Final Fantasy X. Fran for me, Final Fantasy 12. Jessica, Dragon Quest 8. You know what I'm all about. But like, yeah, he got an interview and his response was, he said that when he was younger, one of his friends, which I mean, the dude's not exactly young, so I don't know how old he was when he was a kid, and like I don't know what his friend was playing, but his friend was complaining that the character he was playing at in some game was ugly. And he was like, why is this character ugly? And he was like, I don't want to play a video game where the character I'm playing is as ugly. Which again is I think it's a very strange thing to say, because beauty is subjective anyway, but whatever. And apparently that stuck with Nomura. Like, oh, if I make video games in the future, I guess I better not have ugly ass characters. Which again, I say is still a weird fucking sentence. Because again, beauty is subjective. You know. Like, me and Footloose will debate this, right? Like, I'm a Tifa guy, he's an Aerith guy. I don't see Aerith like he does, and he doesn't see Tifa like I do. But we all have our preferences, and we for the most part, we know what we like. We know what we're attracted to. We know the type of women or men that we like, right? There's nothing wrong with that. We all have different tastes. So when someone says like an ugly character, I'm like, but what is an ugly character? I also don't like the word ugly anyway. But like, what is an ugly character? Because one person will say someone's ugly and another person will say no, they're beautiful. It's all in the eyes of the beholder. So what is it, like the majority of society? There are people who think Tifa's ugly, and a lot of people will be like, huh? And it's the same thing with Aerith. Some people will say that Aerith is unattractive, and a lot of people will be like, huh? They're not wrong, per se. But my point is that for them, if they truly do not think that they are an attractive character, it just means that for them, they don't fit their preferences. That doesn't mean they're ugly. It just means in their eyes, they don't see the beauty in what somebody else sees. It's not necessarily that they're wrong, but it's to me, it's a very interesting subject, because then it really does come across as society. It's like let's put it to a vote. What in your eyes is a handsome male character? What in your eyes is a handsome female character? I doubt you've seen any of these, Footloose, because I know you're not really a social media guy, but sometimes on like Twitter and that, you would always see those comparisons to like a Japanese character versus a Western character, and a lot of them would be like, look at this Japanese female character who's probably designed somewhat promiscuous and probably has large anime titties, right, and all glammed up or whatever, but she's still like a warrior. It's just that her outfit is kind of like a promiscuous, risque warrior outfit. And then you've got like a Western character that's very clothed, right, doesn't have big knockers. Like, I guess like you've got like Japanese character sex appeal, and then you've got like a more sort of a much more toned down, more casual looking like female protagonist character, and they're basically saying that Western character is ugly because compared to the Japanese one, because the Japanese one's more sexualized or whatever. But everybody has different tastes, I don't know. that's a question itself. Would you, right? Would you? I don't even know how you would even go about this. This is what I'm saying. Would you play a game if the character was ugly? But do you know how stupid that sounds? Because it's like, again, as I say, what do you mean by that? Because not everyone's going to think said character is unattractive or ugly or whatever. You know? Something is... I'm in like the shadow of something and I don't know what it is. I'm trying to come out of it. Come out of the shadow. Something's... I don't know what it is. It doesn't really matter. My face doesn't matter. I look absolutely terrible anyway. Anyway, how are you anyway, Footloose? But it's a weird thing to say, isn't it? You know. Plus, there are characters that are designed to look like creepy or whatever because that's kind of the theme, and you can sit there and be like they're ugly, but like, would you play the game if the character's supposed to look like that on purpose anyway? Because that's just kind of what's going on there. Yeah, it's such a weird conversation to me, you know. You know, it's again, it also goes to the whole thing where it's like you see like famous people or celebrities presenting themselves a certain way, and then like women feel like they have to look that way because as far as these famous people are concerned or whatever, well, maybe not for them, but like they see these famous people looking like that, and they might be inspired, or they might be like, oh, they look beautiful, I need to look like them. And it's like, it's not necessarily that these women aren't beautiful, but they might suddenly think they're not because they see these other women who they think for whatever reason is beautiful, or society. And when I mean society, I mean like it's kind of like majority, like they quote unquote majority, or like the people, you know, people will be like, oh yeah, I really like that, or you know, there's a bunch of people get votes or whatever, and then they feel like they have to look a certain way to yeah. I've definitely changed over the years. I think I was a very naive person when I was younger, and I would admit I was definitely like, whatever's attractive to me is you know, maybe not unattractive or whatever. But like when I think about it, I'm like, ugly is such a, I don't like that word. Not very nice. And because you might not find someone attractive, that doesn't mean they're necessarily unattractive. It just means that it might mean that there might be somebody else who like you, right? I've said this before. I've always put myself down, right? I've always put myself down. But, you know, one time I was caught in a situation where I realized a girl must have been attracted to me because she, you know, she kept looking at me. And to confirm that I wasn't, you know, making it up, or I wasn't misunderstanding the situation, I had someone standing next to me, and when this girl left, they said, oh, they were staring at you a lot, I reckon she likes you. And I said to them, so I'm not crazy, she was looking at me a lot, and she wasn't like looking at me in like a weird way or an angry way. It was like she was very, very smiley, and I'm not used to getting any attention from any women. Most women will see me and they'll walk on the other side of the so when that happened, I was like, I mean, hey, it's a little bit of a confidence boost. I thought I looked terrible. I was like, dude, I look terrible. My hair's a mess. My face is a mess. But hey, I don't know. Maybe she was into it. I don't fucking know. My point is that beauty is subjective. And although I don't really think to myself that I don't really present myself very well. But I'm also kind of fine with that I'm so lazy and so lax about a lot of things that I really don't care much. I do want to cut my hair, though, I would admit. It is kind of long and I do want to cut it, but the fact that some random girl was like staring at me and smiling at me. And then my colleague was like, I don't know, Jay. I think she might. Might be a little bit of a crush on you or something. I was like, I mean, you never know, right? You never know. Beauty is subjective. Beauty is subjective. You know. Very stormy. Oh, okay. Yeah, we've had a little bit of rain. Nothing super crazy. Nothing different than usual. I mean, we always get rain because it's Britain, but we've had a little bit, but nothing out of the ordinary. Nothing different or anything like that. So I'm probably not gonna play much longer. I'm actually getting kind of tired. I think I've talked too much. I'll be honest. I think I've exhausted myself. I think my battery has been almost depleted, so I'm probably gonna head off. But as per usual, streams will continue to be sporadic until I feel like I'm ready to come back and be consistent. I just kind of felt like it today, so here I am. Doesn't mean I'll be back next week, though. You know, I don't know. It really just depends on how I feel at the time. That's literally it. Ugh. Let's do this, do this, do this, do this. But yeah, I saw that to go back to, I guess Yu-Gi-Oh, to go back to the Night Magician Girl. Yeah, I mean, I looked at it and I was like, I guess it's not about playing cards anymore. It's just about perving over the illustration of the card. Because I was sitting there and I was like, gee, all right. That illustration was definitely a hey, I know you're looking at me, you know, but my eyes are up here. Again, kind of reminds me of the whole Mai thing in Street Fighter, where she knows she's gorgeous and she knows that, you know, men are always eyeing her up, and she's like the ultimate tease, but she's like, hey, look, I know that I'm, you know, the most beautiful woman you've ever met, but my eyes are up here, you know. Also, I only like one guy, you know. Like, yeah, that illustration is just like it. You know what I thought of when I saw that illustration? It was like, imagine this wasn't even Dark Magician Girl. It was a cosplayer, and she was in a photo shoot. Like, she was doing modeling. Or if Dark Magician Girl was just straight up in a photo shoot doing modeling, and the camera guy's like, hold that pose. Oh, perfect. And then, like, let me take a higher shot up here. Let me take like a cleavage shot. Ah, perfect. We're gonna use that one for the illustration. We're gonna send that one in. That's what it looks like. It looks like she's posing for like a model magazine or something. That's what it looks like. It's so funny to me. Why am I doing that? I don't know. That's what it looks like. She's smiling for the camera. That's what it looks like. Cybersaurus. Also, my throat is starting to kill me. Yeah, talking a bit too hard, I guess. I also didn't have water on me, I suppose. I had a tea, but tea's probably not the best, to be honest. What is this shadow? Is it my mic? What is going on here? Let me do this. Yeah, it is. Okay. I need like my mic. Yeah, I need like my mic lowered or something. Maybe like that. No. It's too close to me, I guess. The light is yeah. That should be alright. Should be able to still hear me. Should be able to still hear me. Yeah. Not the best, but my big old mic. Yeah. That should be okay, hopefully. I don't think I'm too far away from it. We won't fuse right now. But we will fuse now. We did have a fun conversation about, I guess, Yu-Gi-Oh! Waifus last time. I said that my Valentine was always like the one, like I wasn't even interested in Dark Magician Girl. It was Mai for me, and only Mai. I wasn't really too bothered about anybody else. It was just Mai. I think for VGS, he said he liked Alexa's. I think a lot of people like Alexa's for 2 reasons. Her beauty and the fact that she's a badass duelist. That's exactly what I mean. You know, yeah, her beauty. Yep. Uh-huh. I wonder how we got on. When he went to go and look up that scene. That was funny. That was funny. Something good would be nice. What we got? Not looking good. Nope. Load of shit. A load of garbage. All of it garbage. I'm not getting so lucky this time. Not getting so lucky. Garbage. Garbage. Ugh. Just, ugh. Probably shouldn't do this, but I'm doing it anyway. I'm doing it anyway. Oh God. Okay. Speaking of sexualize, this is censored, but I know this is a lot more. The Gemini Elf is a lot more promiscuous. Yeah, a lot more risque in the Japanese version. I know that much. I definitely know about that. God, what is this garbage? Get it off my screen! Garbage hand, man. In the trash. I wonder if she got censored as well. This is looking like a very female looking, which is funny because I am going up against Taya. Yeah, I think this deck is worse. God, all of them have been like just really bad, and I haven't gotten anything good. I haven't got any like properly good spoils either. Damn. Really unlucky. Good lord. We might try one more, like, I'm not gonna get very far, but we might try and see if we get any luckier. Yeah, okay. Let's just fast forward this shit. Oh no, I wasn't against Tear, I was against the villager. Alright. Skip all this shit. We'll try one more time. See if we get any luckier. Bonk. But it's fine. I'm just here to kind of chill with you guys anyway. As always, if anybody has any questions before I do end the stream or anything you guys want to bring up or talk about, feel free. We're pretty open, I would say. I'm pretty open anyway when it comes to my streams. As long as you're as long as you're respectful, I, for the most part, do not care what you talk about. To be honest, you can even tell me what you had for lunch if you want. I don't give a shit. I don't care. I had a nice egg sandwich. I did today. I haven't actually had egg in a good bit, so it was nice. It was nice because I hadn't It was nice because I hadn't had egg in a while, so it was nice. At Mercury? No. Okay. Also, I can go back and check and see if the stream is okay. Flipping. Okay. Well, I think it might be time to end the stream though, because we are, things are pretty rough. Things are pretty rough. Like, Christ alive. This should make something, right? Oh, thank God. Crying out loud, man. Throw me a bone. Yeesh. Throw me a bone. I don't know if this does anything. It does. Okay. Dark Witch. Got 2 witches. None of them are Bayer though. Skull Guardian. Oh no. Please! I don't have a Raigeki anymore. Fuck Nugget. I'm, I'm gonna deck out. I'm gonna deck out. Why are all these decks trash, dude? Come on, man. Am I about to throw again? I think I am. Okay. We have a small chance. A very small chance. Never mind. I think I've lost to a deck out. To be honest. Christ. Fucking Christ. Yeah, okay. Alright. One more time, and then I'll call on it. I'm getting so sleepy. Rubbing my eyes. I think I've had enough. Oof. God. Womp womp. Womp 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 womp. What am I gonna do with a Karibo? Nothing, that's what. Amoeba. Alright, well, if we lose here, we lose here. I accept it. I'm going to bed. I've had enough. It was fun while it lasted, I guess. Kinda. Well, I mean, it's just been pretty bad the entire time. It was a lot better last time. The last time I streamed. But, oh boy, the seeds, the whatever, the RNG has been, it's been not good. Not good this time. Ooh boy. Look at all these funders. If only I had a dragon. All these thunders and no dragons? Oh, just end me. Just end me. I'm ready. Just do it. I'm going back to Ever Crisis where I'm gonna waste all of my fucking crystals on a Tifa banner and the banner's actually dog shit. That's what I'm doing. Oh, whatever. Alright. Well, thanks for stopping by anyway. Like I say, streams will continue to be sporadic. Don't know what I'll do next. I'll be here. Like I said, if some sort of gaming direct or gaming news thing comes up, I'll probably live stream it. But at the moment, outside of that, just whenever I feel like it. I think that currently suits my mindset and my mood set. So yeah. All right. Well, take care. Have a great weekend. I'll see you all whenever.